Come on now. Right. You doing it for me, brother? Oh, yeah, that'll work. That'll do it.
Destiny is a rising sun. Oh, I was born, six gun in my hand, behind a gun, I make my final stand. That's why they call me bad company. I can't deny bad company till the day I die. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we are called. Chose a gun and threw away the sword. Now these times, they all know my name. Six gun sound is our claim to fame. I can hear him say, bad company, and I wonder now. Bad company, till the day I die. Till the day I die.
All right, well. Hands when you got feet. It's all right. See you away. Hello, Carissa. Well, if you're saying something, I'm not hearing you. Hey, there's Dawn. All right, cool. Oh, beauty, that's why. So I'm hoping that the audio on my end is working, that my microphone is picking up. We had issues the other night. And that was just a freak occurrence, and it's okay now. Oh, it is starting to get warm in here already. Holy smokes. It's all right. Not disturb. Oh, more folks showing. All right. I have somebody on here by the name of Zoom user. Oh, there we go. All right. This, oh, it's a Holly. Okay, hey.
Hey, sorry, I didn't know my name was all generic and stuff.
It's all right. You
I just-
know, everybody seems a little different when they're animated live than like a Facebook picture. A couple years ago, when I go to Atlanta to meet up with this one company, I would see people that I'd never seen in person before. I wouldn't recognize them. It was the weirdest thing.
All right, I'm gonna disappear for a second so I can change. I busted ass to get out of work.
All right. We
I'll
got
be
a few
back.
minutes. Cool. Carissa, how are you today? I'm glad you're here. Don, I'm glad you're here. Hey, it's an AJ. Woo! All right. I'm good now. You're here.
Okay, is what time is it? Oh, I'm early. Lovely.
Yeah, you got a couple minutes yet. We're getting going.
Okay.
Yoga.
I know.
Yoga bud. Oh. Rissa, all right. Got folks showing up. Awesome. Seems like every week the room gets a little bigger. I'm okay with it. Becky, okay, cool. I opened up the room a little earlier than usual because I thought the system, the network was going to give me troubles. It has been the last few days, but today the network seems to be working pretty good. Right, Kaylin, cool. Hey.
Hey.
That's okay, Carissa. No worries. As long as you can hear me. So And if you can't hear me, we'll just kind of make it up as you go, right? Come on, I got jokes. Little Aaron. Yoga Bug, who are you? I'm trying to, you told me before. Hey,
On
Suzanne.
Facebook, I'm Bughouse Cuckoo. I use Facebook mainly just for roller derby and Bug. They always call me Bug, so it became Yoga Bug.
What was the first part?
Bughouse Cuckoo.
Aha, yeah, okay. I've seen that. All right, cool. I'm so glad to meet you. I'm really glad you're here. Oh, holy smokes, we got a Haley in the house. Uh-oh. I better be on the best. Hey, hey.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm okay.
Good.
And you, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
All right.
Yeah.
How's that tea treating you?
It was really good, actually. I liked it.
Taste?
I put honey in it, so it made it taste better.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes everything. I have a couple more regular attendees that I'm pretty sure are going to show up. So give us just dos más minutes. I'm showing 302 here. So, yeah, see, boom, look at that. Right when I see it, I'm like, how about that? Stephanie, looks like you're connected. That's cool. Glad you're here. I want to adjust your camera just a little bit. I got just the tippy top of your skull.
Lennon.
You know what? I discovered if you don't have this set speaker view, then it sees everybody. So if you could just make sure that everybody that you have a speaker view going, so that you're just seeing me, that way everybody can kind of have that sense of privacy, I guess. And, you don't have to have your camera on, but just understand that if it is on, I can kind of better serve you, but it's certainly not a requirement. Uh-oh, I might have 2 pages of thumbnails here. Hey. Good. All right, before I mute out, just one more time. If you don't have your view set to speaker view, please do so now. I've got it set to spotlight, so that should give everybody some degree of privacy. If some folks are cool with that. Two more popping up. And before I hit mute, can everybody hear me all right? And raise your hand if you hear me. Groovy. Groovy. I'm going to mute everybody, but you will have the liberty to unmute yourself if you need to for an emergency. All right. Good. One more just popped on. All right. Well, we're going to get Boogie in here. So it's Friday afternoon where I'm at. Might be Friday evening where you're at. Might be tomorrow. But I'm really glad each and every one of you are here. Let's get started out in a child's pose. I think that's appropriate. And if you're not familiar, child's pose, you just go on all fours, hands and knees, and push your butt bones back to your heel bones, and maybe open your knees wide if you like. You got options with your hands. You could take them long out in front of you, or you can run your biceps down your ribs and kind of rub your heels if that's cool. Some folks like to bend their elbows and thumbs on the back of their skull. It really doesn't matter. Just get grounded and get kind of comfortable. And what we're doing here is just going to make a shift into yoga mode. So once you're still, you got the body stillness. If it's okay, if you're cool with it, close your eyes. And give yourself some permission, some allowance, some admittance to be here just exactly as you are. Whatever it is, it's cool. Just start dipping into the breath here. We'll do three things with our breath. And the first one is begin to just let breath spill in and out through your nostrils. Lips are together. Teeth aren't touching because we're not chewing on anything. We're just breathing. If you've got a stuffy nose, I get it, man. It's allergy season here. So maybe you need to breathe through your mouth. That's all right, too. They say nose breathing is optimal, but modify, adapt, make the practice yours. And secondly, let your inhales come into full capacity. I mean, every little square centimeter of real estate inside your lungs, let breath touch it. All the way down to those corners at the very base of your lungs. Breathe into those all the way to collarbones. Exhales are completely evacuating every tiny bit of air is leaving your body, adiosing it out right into the ether. You think you're at the end of the exhale, maybe there's a little more, let it go. And then the third part, just begin to smooth it out, even it out. Samavriti, even turning, even breathing. Set your own tempo. Maybe you inhale for a 4 count and exhale for a 4 count. Maybe you like an 8 count sort of breather. Just think LSD. Long, steady, deep. And a couple reasons for this. Now, it's going to be a content-rich practice. Your muscles will be hungry for oxygenated blood. So deep breath. Oxygenate your blood. But more than that, this type of breathing isn't normal. It's not like you're walking around the grocery store, driving through heavy traffic, breathing like this. It requires attention, focus, concentration. Dharana, which is the step right before meditation, dhyana. This breath, your attention to sensation, that's really the meat and potatoes of this entire practice. Well, no worries, no concerns if about what it looks like. Don't matter. How does it feel? But perhaps want to return right here to child's pose when things are a little crazy. No worry about missing pose. There's plenty. Just breathe and feel. Anything I offer to you today, it's all suggestive, not rules. So when I cue you here in a minute into a one-leg chaturanga, maybe it's not appropriate. Maybe you need 2 feet on the mat. Maybe you need knees on the mat. Whatever. Take what I offer and modify it, or simply just discard it and skip it. It's cool. Tuck your toes under. Let the balls of your feet press into the mat. And on your next exhale, straighten your legs and lift your pelvis up into down dog. Head is down, butt is up. Palms are pressing sweetly. Might be first dog of the day, so a little bend of the knees could be appropriate. Maybe knees are straight, either way. Might be all right just to bend one knee after the other, go side to side. I like to wiggle my hips in down dog. It feels nice. But just kind of flirt with this for a minute. You're still dialing in, tying breath to body, mind to sensation. Waking up that communication between you and your sacred partner, your body. And as you're settling in, it might be kind of nice to start pressing into palms. Twisting them kind of away from each other, like your right hand sort of twist to the right, left to the left, biceps turning towards the mat, noticing the muscles down the side of your ribs. Oh, there they are. You just touched them. It's pretty cool. If you're jonesing for a little more, tilt your tailbone up to the ceiling. And maybe for a little more sensation, begin to press away with the backs of your knees. Well, aren't I going to hyperextend? Well, yeah, if you go forcefully, just do gentle. Allow heels to drop where they drop. And if you're still jonesing for a little bit more, start pressing your armpits towards your ankles. Wow, some pectorals, some lat muscle, whole lot of sweetness. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists, lower hips to plank. Let the end of your exhale land you in plank. A little pause here. Take another breath. Exhale, press back to down dog. Let the end of your exhale land you in dog. Yeah, good. Inhale, end of your inhale lands you in plank. Little pause right there, feel something. Breathe out into down dog. Ooh, yeah, just a little breath in motion, tying them together, kind of like a marriage ceremony. One more big breath. Tilt your tailbone up if you like. Exhale, lower both knees to the mat. You come in just to a table position, hands and knees, like a little child getting ready to crawl across the room. Just line up, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, a stable, strong distance. Now, extend your right leg straight back. Keep both hands on the mat now, just extending your right leg back. Push the heel like you're going to put your heel on that back wall. Over the course of your inhale, lift your leg, lift your eyes, roll your shoulders back, press your belly button to the mat. Exhale, now crunch, round your back, look at your belly button, draw your knee towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen and lift your leg, lift your eyes. Power yoga cat cows. Exhale, get that crunch, drop your chin, tuck your knee, lift your spine. One more of those. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, knee towards heart, chin towards chest. Inhale, take your right leg straight back, your left hand straight forward. A little broken table, bird dog, spine balance. Let your nose point right at the mat. Make your neck so long. As you inhale, reach your heel away from the crown of your skull. As you exhale, push your left fingertips forward. One more breath. Lift everything a little bit, just a stroke. Now exhale, set it all on the mat. We're going to switch. Take your left leg straight back. And just kind of feel, where's my left hip? Is it up in the air? Is it even with right hip? And just find something that is slightly challenging. Over a course of inhale, lift your left leg, lift your eyes, lift your chest, drop your belly. Exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen and lift, moving over the course of breath. Exhale, crunch it in. Uno mas asana. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Little pause at the top. Oh yeah, now exhale, crunch. Draw it together. Inhale, your left leg straight back, your right arm forward. Lengthen, lengthen. Tuck your nose towards the mat. Neck is long. Press into your left palm. Feel that tricep, that left pectoral. Take a breath and lift everything just a little bit higher maybe. Lengthen and lift. Exhale. Set your hands on the mat and step your feet back to plank. Upper push-up position, plank, Phalakasana. See if you can use sensation of find hips and shoulders same height. You ever see me do it? My ass is way up in the air. I don't know why that happens. So try to bring your hips and shoulders same height. If you need your knees down at any point, you can do that. It's okay. Little engagement, like you're going to put your pubic bone on your sternum. Like you're going to introduce your hip bones to your elbows. Take a breath, for goodness sake. Exhale, knees up, knees down. Bend your elbows and come halfway down. It's called chaturanga, low plank. Little fire here. Stay here and take a breath. Exhale, lower all the way down. Whoa, keep your hands where they're at, right where they're at. And release the top of your feet, all 10 toenails against the mat now. Inhale. Straighten your arms as much as you can without lifting your thighs. A cobra, back man. Exhale, lower down. Let the chin just kiss the mat. Inhale for another cobra. See if you can let the curve just go right there, right between your shoulder blades. Now exhale, come on down, chin touch the mat. Inhale, cobra, third one, maybe all the way up dog if you're feeling it. And we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. While you're there, try to dig into your palms like you're going to pull your solar plexus away from your pubic bone, lengthening. Let the curve just hit. Like if I was wearing a bra, it'd be where my bra strap is. Let the curve hit there. Ugh. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down, chin touch mat, tuck toes under, either knees or not. Press the plank. Continue to exhale into down dog. Woo. I think we're a little bit warm now. I think we're a little bit centered. So let's put some stuff together. Take a breath. Let your tailbone reach up. maybe a little glance forward. Over exhale, step or quietly hop your feet to your hands for Uttanasana. Hands on the mat or on the shins, either way. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen anything you can think of, legs, spine, breath. Exhale, fold forward, chest to thighs, nipples to knees. Little bend in your knees, ground into your feet. Then inhale, reach and stand and hands up high. Take a look up at your fingertips. Exhale, drop your right hand down to your outer right hip, right thigh. Grounding into your feet. As you inhale, reach your left hand up, up, up. Press into your left heel. And then breathe out. And just take a little bend to the right. Like you're going to tickle where the wall meets the ceiling. Stay here as you breathe. Reach your hand a little longer. As you exhale, drop your right hand a little deeper, a little lower. Inhale, we rise up, switch hands. Right hand is just full extension, pushing the right heel. Now breathe out and bend to your left. While you're here, notice what happens if you take your right shoulder forward or backward. Where's the stretch go? Ribs, lap. Stay here and inhale. Reach your right hand a little further. And breathe out and just dip your left hand a little lower. Whew. Inhale, come on up, reach up. Some of you might want to take a little back bend here up top. Exhale, folding forward, nipples to knees. They say it's Uttanasana. An inhale is half lifting. Top of your inhale lands you in an in lift. Pause. As you exhale, put your hands on the mat. Step or quietly hop your feet back to plank. And continue to exhale as you lower, either halfway down or all the way down. You have options. Inhale for a back bend. It can be cobra. It can be upward facing dog. Exhale. You might want to do a push-up here on your way to down dog. Ooh. That's optional. You don't have to push up. You can be, hell no, Steve, I'm not doing push-up. Take a breath in. Lift your tailbone. Breathe out. Step or gently hop feet to your hands. Forward fold. Breathe in, half lifting, lengthening. Breathe out, bend your knees up to 90 degrees like you're sitting in a chair. Speaking of, breathe in, lift your torso and your arms up. It's chair pose, also called fierce pose. Utkatasana, fire on my thighs and ass asana. Exhale, stay here, sit a little deeper. Take a breath. Breathe out. Prayer hands to your chest. Drop your left elbow to your right knee or left tricep to right outer thigh. First twist of the practice. Inhale. Come back center to chair. Fierce. Utkatasana. Exhale. Now take your twist to the left. Is your right arm hooking left thigh, elbow to knee. Your choice. Inhale, come back center. Bring biceps behind ears because you're reaching. Now breathe out and fold. Oh, it kind of feels good, right? Take a big sip of air for half lifting, lengthening, extending. Now exhale your hands to the mat and follow your exhale down. Your choice, all the way, halfway, knees up, knees down. You got freedom here. Moksha. Inhale, get a back bend. Cobra, up dog, your choice. Exhale, push up or not into down dog. End of your exhale. Step your right foot between your hands. Now breathing in, rise up, reach up high, your left heel grounded. It's warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Shiva bursting through the soil. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step the plank. and lower down. All the way, halfway, either way. Inhale for a back bend. No hurries, no worries. Smooth. Exhale. Push up or not into down dog. At the very end of your exhale, that's when you step your left foot forward. Just step it forward. We'll do leg lifts in a minute. I promise you. Ground your right heel as you inhale and rise for warrior one. Maybe look up, maybe a back bend at the top of your warrior. That's kind of nice. Exhale, hands to the mat, step with the plank, smooth through. It's called a vinyasa. Plank, back bend, down dog. Inhale on the lengthening asanas, exhale on the grounding or bending asanas. Once you're in your down dog, just take a few breaths here. Recenter. Is my breath and my body still moving together? Did I start to feel just a bit of fatigue and my breath become challenged? These are all fair questions. Answer them kindly, kind of like from a position of witness. No bias, no opinion, just is what it is. 3 things to do when you land in pose. We land in the pose, we do quick mind-body scan. Look for places to open space. Second thing to do, open that space you discover. Third thing to do, for the rest of the 1 or 2 breaths we're in pose, dwell in that space. Take your mind right into that space. Meditate it, baby. Inhale your right leg up, 3-legged dog. If you can, keep your right leg lifted and exhale, plank, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Leg lifted or not, your choice. Keep your leg lifted if you can, and inhale back up to 3-legged dog. Woo. Now exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Ground your left heel. Take a big breath of air as you reach up into warrior one. Exhaling, cross your arms in front of you. Left arm over right arm. Grapevine your forearms. It's called eagle arms, Garuda arms. Now breathe in and lift your elbows up and over. Little back bend. Stay here on the exhale. Sit a little into the exhale. Inhale, maybe reach and lengthen a little more. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your right leg, hands to either side of your right foot. The pyramid, Parsvattanasana. Inhale, reach your chin towards your right big toe, lengthen. Drive your right hip back, left hip forward. Now exhale and melt over your right thigh like butter on a pancake. Ooh. Take a breath here. Feel what happens when you push a little back on your right hip and push a little forward on your left hip. As you breathe in now, bring your right hand inside of your right foot and bend your right knee. You can bring your forearm up on top of your right thigh if you prefer. And before you start twisting open, place your left hand on your left hip and start to engage your right shoulder to your inner right knee. Press them equally into each other. Now start to open your left shoulder over your right shoulder. Your left hip, tuck your right hip under it. As you inhale, pull breastbone away from pelvis. And as you breathe, just take your left hand up to the ceiling. Lengthen. I know what you're thinking. Hey, Steve, we always put our left bicep on our left ear and reach for infinity. Well, let's do something different. You can keep your right arm on your thigh if you like. You can keep it on the hand on the floor if you like. Or reach your right arm straight out away from your heart, palm up like you're holding a pizza box. Reach your right fingertips towards that left wall. Open your left fingers towards that back wall. Breathe, goodness. Crunch. One more breath, reach and exhale. Put your right hand back on the mat or right arm on your thigh. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Right hand is down as called triangle. You can use your first two fingers and bind a big toe if you like. You can put your hand on your shin or your thigh. Just find a triangle. Ugh. While you're there, again, roll your right hip under your left hip. Bring your shoulder blades towards that wall behind you, the front of your pelvis towards that wall in front of you. Yeah. You can hang out here, but if you're looking for some heat, drop your left bicep to your left ear. Reach those fingertips on the left hand towards that wall there. You can hang out here. Or for something a little different, bring your right bicep to your right ear. Arms are parallel, fingers reaching to the front wall. Oh my God, asana. Take a breath here. Exhale, right hand back to where it was, thigh, shin, ankle, toe, left hand to the sky. Look up at your left hand. Breathe in, come on up, follow your eyes to your left hand. Arms are wide, all 10 toes pointing at the left wall. Exhale here. Whoo. As you breathe in, turn your heels in, your toes out. Bring your arms above, interlace your fingers, palms to the ceiling. As you breathe out, bend your knees up to 90 degrees. Now, you don't got to be 90 degrees. It's just a suggestion. You're going to have some time to refine this pose, like 10 breaths. So as you're inhaling, reach your palms to the ceiling, finding length. And as you exhale, just grounding. And let's not try to tuck the butt underneath and make it disappear. And same note, try not to pop it out and back like we're twerking. Just leave your ass alone and sit and breathe. And for something extra special, just push into your toes and lift your heels. You just another 3 breaths. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms up high. All 10 toes pointing to that left wall. Exhale, drop your right hand to your side. Left hand is still up there towards ceiling. Bend your right elbow and just kind of finagle. That's an old guy word, finagle, wiggle. Situate your right hand between your shoulder blades. As you breathe in, take your left hand a little higher, find super length. Breathe out, bend your left elbow, and if you can bind your fingers, cool. If not, just grab some shirt. It doesn't matter. The only thing that dictates this is the length of your deltoid muscles. It's got nothing to do with fitness, wellness. Just find a sensation. From here, take a breath and lift your chest. Push the back of your head into your left bicep. Lengthen. Keep this length. Exhaling. Hinge at your hips. Don't round spine. Hinge at hips. And start bringing your left elbow towards the mat. You know, if it gets there, don't be running laps and singing victory songs. Just means you got short legs. Just breathe. Feel. Ooh. Maintain this bind as you inhale. Come right back up to standing. Breathing out, release the bind, and your right arm really wants to come out slow. Ain't no hurries here. Hands on your hips. Bring your palms around to your upper glutes. You start rolling your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Like you're going to touch elbows back there somewhere, right? And again, on your inhale, find length along your belly because your heart is now pointing and ceiling. And breathe out, hinge, keep this length, hinge at the hips, fold forward, forward. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Loads of hamstring, inner thigh. Ooh, release your hands to the mat. Now, take your left hand and reach over around the front of your right shin and just grab a hold of a shin or ankle. And what happened with the left hip? Did it try to come along for the ride? Well, we got a solution. Take your right arm up and around behind your back, if appropriate, might not be. Hook your right fingertips at the top of your left thigh and just persuade your left hip back to alignment with right hip. And kind of let your neck hang easy. And as you breathe in, you can kind of pull into your left hand on your right ankle. And as you breathe out, you can kind of press into your right hand into your left hip. This sort of stuff bringing your left nipple towards your right knee as your head hangs and your neck is soft. Take a breath. Exhale, gentle, release the bind, hang in the middle for just a minute. Bring your hands to your hips. Over the course of an inhale, come halfway up with a flat back. Continue to inhale, come all the way up, arms out wide. Turn your left toes towards the back of the mat. Exhale, bend your left knee. You're a warrior two, facing the back of the mat. Fix your right ankle however it needs to be for reasons of knee sensation. Breathe in, rotate your chest towards the back of the mat, biceps to ears, and bring your right heel up. It's called crescent pose. Stay here on an exhale. Start straightening your right leg. See how close you can bring your right knee to the mat without bending your right knee. Well, it means you got to bend your left knee. Oh my goodness. Take a breath. Fold your body forward about 45 degrees. Exhale here. Inhale. Reach fingertips away from right heel. You can stay here or exhale, lift off, bring your palms together at your heart, your right leg up behind you. Kind of like a warrior three, but we're praying while we do it. Another little place to hang out. Look for some space, dwell in it, investigate hips. You know, is my right hip up in the air or is it down with my left hip? And what happens when I shift? And is my breath steady even though my balance is challenged? And I'm feeling a little bit of need for stamina, but I'm still calm and breathing. One more inhale here. Exhale, bring the right knee into the back of your left knee and squat down into it. You're going to bring your chest up a little ways, called a Shiva squat. And while you're there, really bend your right knee, like you're going to put your right heel in the crease of the buttocks. Next exhale, reach your left hand back, grab your right foot. Inhale, lift up, lift your leg, reach your right hand out, let the spine bend. It's a back bend. We call it dancer. Oh, Shiva move here. Let the spine just gently curve. One more breath in. Exhale. If you can maintain the bind, cool. Fold forward, right hand towards the mat. Inhale, release the bind if you haven't already, and take your right foot to the sky. You're called standing split. You want fancy Sanskrit, huh? Breathe. Now right here, you have options. If handstand is your thing, well, pop up into it. We're going to be here for a couple breaths. If it's not, but you're curious about it, take a couple hops on your left foot and just see what happens when you lift with your belly button and lift with your pelvic floor. Ugh. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hop your left foot back, lower your right foot to plank. Continue your exhale, bend your elbows and lower for chaturanga. You can use knees if you need to. You can go all the way down if you need to. Take an inhale for your back bend. Now exhale, downward facing dog. How about 3 breaths right here? Man, I'm not even doing half this stuff and I'm wore out. Dialing back in. You know what we do here. We recenter, we realign. Did breath run away? Bring it back. And remember, say nice things about Steve while we're doing this stuff. I'm doing this because I care. Ooh, left leg, inhale up, three-legged dog. Let it arrive at the top of your inhale. Exhale, bring shoulders over wrists, bend your elbows, and end your exhale in one-leg chaturanga. You can lower your foot if you need to. Inhale, rise back up, left leg high, three-leg dog. Ooh, breathe out and step with grace and smoothness, left foot between hands. Y'all are awesome. Ground your right heel, flatten your right foot against the mat, and take a big old breath. I mean, get stoned on oxygen. Come up to warrior one. Now, breathing out, cross your arms in front of you, right arm over left arm, and grapevine your forearms and hands. Eagle arms. Inhale, lift your elbows up, 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 and over. A little back bend here. Feel that meat between your shoulder blades. Now, exhale, and just bend your left knee a little bit more and sit a little deeper. Stay up in the back bend. Inhale, maybe a little more back bend if you found the space. Maybe not, it's cool. Breathe out to put your hands on the mat, either side of your left foot. Straighten your left leg. You may want to step your right foot forward a little. I don't know. It's your hips, not mine. Only you know. Good. Now you're kind of halfway there, and that's exactly where you're supposed to be. As you inhale, reach your heart towards the big toe of your left foot. Now exhale and melt into your left thigh. Whoa. Remember our refinements here, our little places for touches. Left hip goes towards back of room, right hip towards front of room. Feel it, the subtle shifts and sensation there. It's pretty cool. Hang out here for another inhale. Some of you might be in the flamingo. You know, put your hands back, bend your right knee, and put your heel on your butt. You can do it if you want. On your next inhale, bend your left knee as you bring your left hand inside of your left foot, or left forearm up on your left thigh. Either one is appropriate. And we're going to take our time getting here. Just put your right hand on your hip before you go anywhere else. Right hand, right hip. Good. Now, if your hand is on the floor or on a block inside of your left leg, connect inner left knee to outer left shoulder. Connect them. Start equal pressure. Feel a little heat there. What the heck is that that's cooking? It's kind of nice. Hey, here's something. Press into the sole of your right foot. Whoa, more space. Now begin to open your right shoulder over your left shoulder. This is kind of an inhaling spot. And over your exhale, just let your left hip tuck underneath your right hip. Whoa. And breathing in, we can pull sternum away from pelvis. And breathing out, we can take our right hand to the sky. You can stay here. Right forearm on thigh, right hand, or left forearm on thigh, left hand on floor, your choice. Or reach your left hand straight out from your heart, long straight arm, palm up. Just see that pizza box resting on your palm. What is it? I don't know. Dominoes? I kind of like Dominoes. They pay me, you know. And while you're there, reach your fingertips of your left hand towards that wall you see. Reach the fingertips of your right hand towards that wall behind you where it meets the ceiling. Wow. One more breath. Exhale, return your right hand or arm where it was. Your left hand or arm where it was, your right hand to the sky. One breath in. Exhale, straighten your left leg in the triangle. You know, it's just kind of nice. Release the thigh and get a little cooling on your thigh. But it's so strange because here in a few seconds, you're going to be like, damn, I really want to bend my left knee again. Oh. Now you can hang out here. I see a bind. That's a really cool thing to do here. Or you can drop your right bicep to your right ear, reaching fingertips towards the wall. You can hang out here, or just sprinkle some habanero juice on it. Put your left bicep on your left ear. All fingertips reaching towards that wall. Reach, lengthen. Woo, take a breath. Exhale, return your left hand where it was, your right hand where it was. Look up at your right hand, and over the course of an inhale, come on up, arms out wide, all 10 toes to the left wall. Exhale, again, keep your arms where they're at. Bring your palms up. We're going right back to God. It's just a different thing. Turn your heels in, toes out. Take a breath. Now, exhale, bend your knees and lower. If you want to bend your elbows here, take mudra and make something really cool, you can, or you just leave your arms out wide and just kind of flirt and investigate and observe the flames dancing on your thighs and your deltoids. And remember, this ain't forever. Nothing's permanent. It's a little challenging, but your breath is smooth and your face is calm and you're saying nice things, and it's just kind of nice. Breathe in. Exhale, squat a little deeper. Take one more breath. Take one more exhale. Inhale. Straighten your legs, all 10 toes to the left wall, arms up high. Breathe out and drop your left hand down, left side, and begin to finagle or swiggle or wiggle your left hand up between your shoulder blades. You got a little itch on the back of your neck, and you're going to use your left hand to scratch it, but you're going the long way around. Breathe in and reach your right hand way up high. Find that length, that distance. And now breathe out and bend your right elbow, and maybe bind and maybe not. Doesn't matter. Same benefit. You just find your edge, your periphery. Now with your back of your skull against your right bicep, take a breath. Look up. Feel how that enhances the stretch. Lift your heart pointing at ceiling. Keep this length. Exhale. Hinge at your hips. And fold forward, 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 forward. And maybe your right elbow touches the mat. And maybe it doesn't. What happened when your back rounded? Did the grip kind of go, hey, I can't keep the grip if you round your back? Isn't that interesting? Take a breath while you're here. Mind's eye and shoulders, deltoids, acromioclavicular. Keep the long spine and the bind, and inhale, come back up. Shoulders up over hips. And as you breathe out, release the bind and let your left arm come out slow. There's no hurries here. Don't rush it. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Just the fingers. Thumbs are kind of pointing to somewhere personal. Take a breath and roll your shoulders back. Lift your heart. Now breathe out and fold with length. Just hinge at hips. Knuckles come up, 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 and over. Maybe they come all the way over. Maybe they don't. What part of your shoulder are you feeling now? What is that? So while you're here, press into the outer edges of your feet, the knife edge of your feet. Try to close your legs even though they ain't going nowhere. Oh, pull your belly button towards your spine. Take a breath. Now exhale and release your hands to the mat. Ooh. Your right hand is going to take a long reach around the front of your left shin and latch onto something. Maybe it's shin, maybe it's ankle. Maybe you're up on the thigh. Just get a bind. Now your left hand, bring it around back and Hook the fingers into the top of your right thigh. And notice how that hand, if you have the bind, you can use that hand to guide your hip back into alignment. It takes a little bit of arm strength. So now we're getting stretch, we're getting strength. We got masculine, feminine. Breath is steady. Notice if you pull into the ankle hand, it kind of enhances the twist. You press into the fingers on the hip, it enhances the twist. And just a few breaths here. Release this twist, this bind, and just come center and hang for a moment. And you've been breathing so long, steady and deep. Oxygenated blood just rushing into your brain here is kind of nice. Hands on hips. For safety's sake, as you inhale, just come up halfway, just for a beat. Continue now to inhale all the way up. If you got a head rush, just take a knee real quick. Open your arms out wide. Turn your right toes towards the front of the mat and just exhale. Bend your right knee, warrior two. While you're inhaling, figure out where the left foot is. Does it need a little turn? Or you figure your left foot by the torsion in your knee. Don't worry about cranking on knee. You don't want to crank. You want to find something comfortable. Yeah. Challenging. Inhale, rotate to crescent pose. Chest forward, heel comes up. As you exhale, just straighten the back leg, lengthen the heel away, and bend your front knee so that your back knee is almost down. Wow, what the heck is that? There's fire, tapas. Take a little forward fold, about 45 degrees, so your biceps are at your ears, and as you inhale, reach your fingertips away from your foot. And then as you exhale, if you wish, lift off. Bring your palms together at your heart, so you're just kind of flying there while you're praying. Now explore, notice height of hip. Possibly there's a little bend in the pedestal leg. Possibly the leg is straight. I don't know. It's kind of up to you. Some folks like to interlace their hands behind their back and take this into a standing split. I don't know. It might be cool for you. It's just a thought. One more breath wherever you are. Now exhale, bend your lifted knee and stick it into the back of your standing knee. Squat down. Prayer hands at heart. Shiva squat. And start bending, bringing left heel right there up towards glutes. You almost don't cramp, but just find that edge between too much, not enough. You're going to reach your right hand back and just take a hold of your left foot. Maybe ankle, maybe toe, maybe foot. Now inhale, lift up into your dancer. Your left arm is out forward. Remember the back bend in Cobra. We're trying to find a curve in the thoracic spine. Think about distributing curve right there between shoulder blades. Holy smokes, what is it? Breathe. If you can keep the bind, do it. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hand to the mat. Now release the bind if you haven't already. Both hands on the mat. Inhale your left leg up in the standing split. Ooh. Here's a little room to play here. Handstands are cool. If they're your thing, they're not necessary. You can hop. You know, I never once heard anything about Buddha saying handstands are going to heal broken relationships. But asana is the gateway to feeding benevolent qualities. That is true. Take one more breath, big breath. Now exhale, hop back to plank, lower your left foot to plank and follow your exhale down. Chaturanga. Take a breath, hold here. Exhale all the way down flat. Woo. Now take your inhale and get the back bend, get the back bend. Exhale, push the child's pose just because it kind of seems appropriate here. Oh, my goodness. Stay with the breath, even though you're resting. Stay with that long, steady, deep. LSD. If you stop and take a sip of water, sip of tea, stay with that same quality of breath. Become drinkasana. Stay with it. This is a meditative practice. Concentration, focus. Finding those spaces where you can just hang out, dwell. Come on up to kneeling. You're standing on your knees. You got your toes tucked under, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Some folks, we're going to play with some camel here. Some folks like toenails against the mat. That's all right if that's your groove. I'm not quite that flexible, so I go toes tucked under. My heels are higher. Breathe in, biceps to the ears, fingertips on the ceiling. Reach. Breathe out, rotate torso to the right hand to the back of the room, left hand to the front of the room. Spread your, like you're going to separate your nipples, are going to point opposite directions. Take a breath here. Exhale, bring your right hand to either your right heel, calf, or glute. It's up to you how deep you go here. Inhale, left hand straight up. Now, exhale, take a bend. Push your pelvis forward, lift your heart. One breath in here. Exhale, keep your right hand where it's at. Bring your left hand to your left heel, calf, glute, wherever it needs to be. Inhale, lift your heart, push pelvis forward. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, bring your right bicep to right ear, reach fingertips to the right hand to the back of the room. Exhale, push your pelvis forward. Yeah. Breathing in, come on up out of it. Right hand to the front of the room, left hand to the back of the room. We just got a little twist. Next, inhale, both biceps to your ears, reach high. Exhale, put your hands on the mat, tuck your toes under if they're not already there. Bring your knees up and open them, balancing on toes, shoulders over hips. Hands can be on the floor. That's so totally acceptable. If you got the toe balance, if that's your groove and you're feeling it, well, just put your palms together at your heart. Begin to press your palms together. Find a little engagement in chest muscles there. Engage your pelvic floor like you're going to pull your toilet muscles up behind your belly button. Continue pressing palms as you bring your hands overhead. Slight elbow bend and feel when you press your palms together. I'm hoping you feel a little anterior deltoid, front muscle of your shoulder. Bring your elbows to the back of the room. There's a little medial deltoid and posterior deltoid, the rest of your shoulders. Are you still lifting the pelvic floor? I forgot about mine because I'm just trying not to fall. Take another breath. Exhale, hands down, knees forward, straighten your legs, chest to thighs. Oh, Uttanasana never felt so damn sweet, right? Ooh. Take a breath. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your seat. And just come to a Baddha Konasana, the bottoms of your feet together, knees falling apart. Now saw somebody asking about this the other day. I'm trying to figure out how best to describe it. So we have our sit bones planted, grounded, correct? Let's bind our first two fingers to our big toes, keep our feet together. Now, those sit bones, without rounding your back, just kind of sit back until you're on the rear aspect of your sit bones and lift your ankles up even with your knees. Kind of balanced, it's cool. Now open your legs out wide. There's this outfit in the news, in financial news called Robin Hood. So let's do a little Robin Hood, some Archer here. Let go of your toes and just place your palms together at arm's length out in front of your heart. Because we want to get the psoas and the abs a little love here. And now just reach your hands out and your toes didn't drop, so take a hold of them. Bend your left knee, bringing the inner left ankle kind of hovered somewhere in front of your face. Rotate your heart to just aim it over your right thigh. Now use your strong left arm to draw your bowstring like you're bringing your left thumb towards your left ear. Next inhale, lengthen your left leg outward wide. Exhale, let go and just place your palms together. Now right about here is where I notice my legs shaking, but I'm not shaking them. Who the heck is? Toes are right where you left them, so reach out and grab them. And bend your right knee and start bringing your inner right ankle towards your face. Rotate your heart over your left leg. Take some aim here, and then strong right arm. Draw your bowstring. Inhale, legs go open. Exhale, bend the both knees and just slide your arms under your calves so that you can kind of catch your calves on your inner elbows. All right. Bring index fingertip to thumb fingertip on both hands. Pull your toes back and spread them wide. Lift your heart, roll your shoulders back. And then again, pull pelvic floor up between your belly button. This blooming lotus pose. Face is soft. Teeth aren't touching. Breath is flowing. Inhale right to Navasana. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the legs a little more. Exhale, lower. Heels, shoulders, and hands 12 inches, 30 centimeters off the mat. Kind of like a banana, a little curve in your body, hollow body. Take a breath. Just exhale here. It's all good. We're cool. Take another breath. Exhale, shoulders to the mat. Hug your knees to your chest. Ooh. And that should feel pretty nice right there. You might want to make some circles with your knees. Ooh. Good. One more thing, I promise, and then I'll cool you down. So flat on your back, legs out long. Just roll slightly left and slide your right hand under your butt, palm down, arm straight. Just roll slightly right and slide your left hand under your left glute, palm down. Thumbs and index fingers are touching, arms are straight. Now settle both glutes into the back of your hands. So roll your shoulder blades together. On an inhale, simultaneously press into your forearms and lift your heart up, 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 up. You can drop your head back, and if the top of your head is touching the mat, cool. If it's not, if it's kind of hanging, that's cool. Just lift your sternum way, way up. Roll your shoulders open. Again, we're going to point nipples in opposite directions. Now, you ready for the last little bit? Point your toes and lift your heels about 30 centimeters, 12 inches, long, straight legs. Oh, come on. It's just one more stroke to the core. You can do a little fire. Breathe. Lengthen. Big inhale. Exhale here. One more inhale. Pause at the top. Exhale, hug your knees, please. Woo. I did that a little earlier and got like the craziest cramp in my abdominals, and I thought I didn't even have abdominals anymore. So keep your right knee hugged in. Use your left hand to hug your right knee and just straighten your left leg out. Open your right arm out wide. Just take a big old breath of air. Exhale, pull your knee over to the left. Drop your eyes to the right. And just let the right shoulder stay planted. Those of you that would like to kind of finesse this a little bit, enhance, just take a hold of the big toe of your right foot. Straighten your right leg. You can do that. That's kind of nice. A little more IT band, something sweet. Big inhales like you're going to get stoned on oxygen. Complete exhales like there's no more air to exit out of your body. Ooh. Go ahead and bring your knees back to center and give them a hug. Just for a moment. This time we're going to keep our left knee against our left chest. Lay our right leg out long. You can even push your heel away of your right foot. Open the right hip joint just a little bit. And holding on to your left knee with your right hand, drop your left arm open. You can bend your elbow. You can have it straight. It's your arm. Put it where it feels sweet. Take a big breath. Fill up with air. Exhale. Pull your left knee over to the right. Drop your eyes to the left. That nice stroke of the twist. What is this? Like our fifth twist of the practice? I stopped counting. I know we've been doing a lot of twisting. And if you can, just, let every exhale soften you a little more into it. Bring both your knees back to your chest. Now you have two options here. You can kick out to a Shavasana, or you can roll up to a seated. Some folks like to close in a seated position. You got that option. But listen to the voice that comes out of your heart, not the one out of your mind. And go with the choice it made, if that's okay with you. Now, whether you're on your back or on your seat, either way, put the palm of your left hand on your sweet and gentle heart. With your right hand, tuck the tip of your index finger towards the base of your right thumb. Bring the tips of your middle finger and your ring finger to your right thumb, tip of your right thumb. Let your pinky just kind of hang out there like you're having tea, right? Now just set this palm up in your lap somewhere kind of right in front of your belly button, maybe solar plexus, maybe halfway between. You'll know when you're there. You'll feel it's like, oh yeah, that's where I want it. Take a big breath of air in. Exhale all out. Now let go and let your breath just do what it does. Sit, lay, either way, mudra, breath moves natural. And with your eyes closed, just the feel of your inhale bringing your heart into your left palm. And the feel of your exhales, just let your sweetheart settle. And start bringing your attention into that area of your body. See if we can't elevate our bodhicitta, our knowing heart. Place we can look to for guidance, intuition, inspiration. And you can just remind yourself, I am gentle. I am strong. I am vibrant. I am energy. I am forgiving. I am love. I am love. I am love. Just inhale some love, some light, some healing into your heart. And just exhale a little of the pain, a little of the weight. Become unburdened. Just breathe in a little love, a little light into that heart there. Just breathe out, forgiving, canceling any debts or expectations we may hold over others, yourself. And just breathe in a little love, a little light, and just breathe out and let it flow. We can use mantra to take this just a little deeper. 3 words. Om. Agni. Moksha. Om. Agni. Moksha. Om Agni Moksha. Continue your mantra, vibrating, saying it out loud or silently, your choice. Let the vibration surrender you to transformation, emotional freedom. Om Agni Moksha. Stay with this mudra and this mantra as long as you wish. No hurries. I leave you with your breath. And I offer you my gratitude and my love. Om Shanti.